Hello everyone, I am back, as you can see, with another video. I have been brainstorming briefly, thinking about what to say, what to do, what today's video is going to be, because your girl is kind of running out of ideas. So I thought to myself, what is kind of prevalent in like my thought process that has kind of irked me, that I'm going through, and that's kind of like trans related as well, that I can just like put that spin on. So something actually did happen today where I thought to myself, well, I've been thinking this way for the past couple of years of not even just being trans, but being like different and like, yeah, just different. And I've always had this thought process. And what that thought process is just being myself authentically. And the fact that, yes, I've been through adversity, hardship, traumatic things that maybe not a lot of people can handle or make and be still here, as dark as it sounds. I don't owe anyone anything. I don't owe anyone a friendship, a forced relationship. I don't owe anyone an explanation. I don't owe anyone a conversation about my traumatic past, about what I've been through, how I got to where I am today. That content is already there for you to watch if you're interested and get my views up. But basically, I don't know what I'm going to title today's video, but it's basically, I don't owe anything to you. I don't need to be a certain way that you're deeming me to be because of what I've gone through, if that makes any sense. Like any trauma, any hardship, anything that I've gone through, it's not fair for me to owe you an explanation as to why I am the way I am, as well as living up to what you think I am because of what I've been through. So to break it down, I've had many people perceive me to be, before they even know me as this trans girl, they think I'm an intimidating, unfriendly, unapproachable person. Not everyone, but I find that some people think that because of my appearance, of the way I carry myself. So there's already that aspect to it, which isn't going to help me in the long run. Not that I care, but stuff like that does happen. But then when people find out about me, either through word of mouth, through my friends, through them watching me over whatever social media platform, and they know about my story, so I've got that to deal with. And then it's just not appropriate for them to always like come up to me and expect me to be instantly chummy with them just because they're expecting me to be so like available, to like almost humor them, give them recognition and give them validation that me, person that's been through a lot, validates them that they're so accepting of me, that they understand, they sympathize, they are aware of what I've gone through, and that they feel it's appropriate, especially on a night out, to rehash everything, to tell me that I'm so strong, so this and this, and how I've got to where I've got to, and that they understand why I am the way I am, which almost feels like a backhanded compliment, because I don't believe I'm a bad person. I don't want to be a bad person, and I try each and every day to be a good person. Yes, a lot of things come innately because me as a human being, I want to do the right thing, but sometimes it is challenging to do the right thing. But I wear my hand on my heart. I like to be very, very forthcoming, upfront about everything, which is why I do this gig and why I just want to be my own boss and write healing messages through my future book, and whatever platform I chose to share my journey on. But yeah, so I just don't appreciate people coming up to me expecting that it's appropriate, first and foremost, to have a conversation about my life on a night out, like even if we're like acquaintances, strangers and stuff like that. It's just not always the right time, and like maybe I don't want to talk about it, even if I'm so like vocal about it, but not in that setting. And it's just like people are just gonna waffle on about like maybe valid situations that they've gone through, maybe aspects that I've gone through, that they've gone through it too. And like, it's like they're trying to have this kind of like mutual understanding, especially if it's the first time I've met them or that they've appreciated me from afar. And I'm not trying to say I'm this badass bitch that's done no wrong, that is so important and everybody idolizes me. I'm not saying any of that. I'm saying it's just people still have expectations to make me free up my time to just talk about that stuff with them. And it's like I almost feel obliged to, especially when they're being so like overtly nice and then trying to like grab my attention. So I don't owe that to anyone though. Like I don't want to like keep talking about stuff like that. I don't want to talk to everyone that might have known like my shit. Like it's not that I don't care in the right setting, but it's not really relevant, and I'm there to have a fun time being completely off my face. So yeah, like even if this adds up, that you think that explains why I am the way I am, maybe it's just not appropriate to say. Maybe that's just it. Maybe you're not even close to me to even say such things. Yeah, so that's one thing. The other thing is that, I forgot what the other thing was. The other thing kind of links to what I've just said. I've had countless of times where people have said that I don't give the time of day to everyone, that I'm not like some people think that I don't want to like talk to them and like blah 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 with them, and I'm not giving them attention, that they want my attention and I'm not giving it to them, especially in like big crowds and stuff like that. I'm always pleasant, but going back to my first point, I don't owe anyone anything. I will always be pleasant, but I've had countless of times where people in my life that have been significant have told me that, Shauna, you literally just ignore everyone else, focus on the people that you know, and blah blah blah. I've never been rude about it. From my understanding and from my knowledge, it's just that I don't say hi to everyone, or that I just don't seem that interested in what everyone has to say. I'm an individual. I don't want to navigate in this world. As it might sound bad to people, but I don't owe that to everyone. I've not met everyone. I don't have that same relationship with everyone. If we so happen to like cross paths and I vibe with you, that's that. But I might be anxious too. As much as I'm appearing to be confident, I might not want to speak to everyone, and that's okay too. I've had so much like pressure to speak to everyone because I am of said thing. And it might not just be about the trans thing. It might be because I'm very fashion forward, pretty, confident, done X, Y, and Z projects, and have made a slight name for myself. So I feel like people are just, they just expect so much of me. And it doesn't mean that I'm a horrible person or I see myself like that, but they expect me to be top, best behavior, the most saint of them all, like carry myself in a friendly, bubbly way. But sometimes I just want to be the girl. I just want to be a bad bitch, not really caring about what I say or do. That doesn't necessarily mean that I accept me being malicious. That's not at all. But I just want to be, I don't want to worry. I don't want to worry about making good impressions, especially on a night out. And I find that this is always prevalent in big friendship groups where it's to do with a night out atmosphere. Like, I don't appreciate people telling me, well, you didn't say that hi to that person or this person or that person. Who are you? Are you my father? Are you my blah blah blah, my parent? Like, it's not okay to always overstep your mark. As much as you might be close to me or maybe have some significance, I'm not being malicious. I'm not intentionally being malicious. It's just I don't want to talk to everyone, and that's just it. And I find like I have such a pressure to do so because of who I am. So yeah, I think a lot of trans people potentially could relate to this, that we are expected to be a certain way because some people are accepting of us. Yeah, that's great that you're accepting of us, but I don't owe you any validation. I don't owe you anything. I don't owe you a relationship. Like, thank you for supporting me, but let's keep it pushing. Let's keep it moving. If I actually am intrigued by you, by what you do, how I organically and naturally come across whatever you do, bump into you, whatever, just let it happen. Don't just bombard me with all this and that about my past, about this and that. Expect me to be like so friendly and so this and that. It's just unrealistic expectations. I just want to breathe. And I feel like a lot of trans people are seen as ungrateful, are seen as whatever the case may be, if we're not acting accordingly. And we should be grateful for anyone that shows us any attention, validation, or whatever. But I just want to breathe. And I do have my off days. I'm not perfect. And I don't want to be criticized about that and be like, have someone say, well, I thought she would be like this because she's been through so much. But honestly, like, she was such a cold bitch. She didn't even give me like any time of day. She didn't even say hello or seem that interested in talking to me. But what's it to you? Like, I don't know you. So yeah, I hope this made sense. It makes sense in my head, and it is a struggle at times. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. Subscribe, like my shit, and thank you so much for watching. More videos to come soon. Thanks, and bye-bye.